We're back. Welcome. Hi. Hi. Okay, so I'm thinking to myself, chapter 7, in the past. Chapter 8, upon us. Okay, and chapter eight's interesting. Chapter eight's going to go, chapter eight's going to go by a lot quicker than chapter 7. And chapter 7 was kind of complex. Chapter 8, super quick, super simple. Chapter 8 is what I call the, show yourself chapter. Chapter 7 was the know yourself chapter, and we talked through all of the intrapersonal communication that was involved in chapter 7. In chapter 8, we're going to get back to interpersonal between two people like Tony and Tina. And really, chapter 8 is the chapter that talks about now that we know ourselves more, now that we know that, we have these, we have this new sense of ownership as far as feelings and values and beliefs are concerned. We're going to have to open up to somebody. We're going to have to punch a hole in that brick wall in this chapter. And we're going to have to first start talking for the very first time this semester about self-disclosure. Self-disclosure, it's going to be paramount when we talk about how to maintain a best friend or soulmate relationship, a scenario. All right, so we're going to talk about self-disclosure for the very first time. In chapter 8, we're also going to learn about the Johari window, and we're going to show you the lecture version of Johari versus the real version of Johari. And that's all coming up. But first, a quick and simple, and then I'll let you get back to whatever you were doing. Listen, chapter 8 is about self-disclosure. About showing yourself to other people, especially at that very core level. So let's get a definition of self-disclosure. I'm going to drop in this slide for you. Now, it's a complicated slide, so you might want to hit pause, and write some stuff down. Take some notes, hit pause, take some notes, and then start me back up again. Start me up. You can start me up and never stop me. Oh, sorry. I guess you're either a Stones fan or a Beatles fan. Here, listen. Self-disclosure, the definition, is communication about yourself, especially the stuff that's inside that brick wall, which we have come to know are the feelings, values, and beliefs that you own. The feelings, the values, and the beliefs that you own. Now look, in that chart of you this time, there's this extra E in there. And really, quite frankly, man, we're going to complicate Tina and Tony over the course of the next couple of weeks. When we get into chapter 9 and chapter 10, even in this chapter, we're going to complicate them a little bit more because, and you've sensed this. You've even written about this in your essays for chapter 7. There's more to you in that inner core. And one of those things, in addition to our feelings, values, and beliefs, one of those things is all of the life experiences that we have had since we were birthed. Since we were up and done born. I'm sorry. Ever since you were born, you have been you have been experiencing things. And honestly, it makes us who we are. It makes us who we are. But like our feelings, like our values, and like our beliefs, we have a tendency to hide that stuff, some of that stuff way deep inside. Way deep inside. I'm not going to tell anybody about, those things or that thing that happened when I was 6. Or, I'm going to be really cautious about telling people how my grandfather taught me how to swim, for instance. He threw me out of the boat. Makes him look kind of Makes him look kind of abusive, but it wasn't. He had good intentions. Hi, listen. Tony is now complicated because of the E inside that brick wall, the experiences that he has had that makes him completely different sometimes than the Tinas, the Sids. All right, here we go. Self-disclosure is communication about yourself to someone else, especially communication about yourself at that inner core, busting that hole through the brick wall. You're going to have to start telling people about your feelings, what you value, what you believe, and what you've experienced in your life. Okay? Why? Oh, I know. Because you need to feel connected to someone. You need the love and belonging layer of Maslow. Man, we're going to keep coming back to that. All right? And the only way to really do justice to your friendships, especially at the soulmate, especially at that best friend level, is to let them in through that brick wall, to let them see the real you. As we're going to see in chapter 9 and chapter 10, you run a huge risk. If you don't do that, if you don't do the self-disclosure thing with somebody, okay, then A, nobody knows you but you, and B, it becomes really, really difficult later in the relationship. This is important. They need to fall in love. They need to befriend. They need to become involved with the real you. Take off the masks, self-disclose, self-disclose, open up, show them the you. All right, I told you this was going to be quick, so we're going to make it quick. Okay, not only does Tony and Tina have that new E in the inside of who they are, a lifelong, bits of experiences, but to become really at that best friend level, both partners, both life partners, both friends have to bust through that brick wall and let everybody else, not everybody else, that one other person, in this case, in this example, look around in there. Let that one best friend, that one soulmate, that one life partner peek around and make sure that they know the real you. See, chapter 7, know yourself, so that in chapter 8, you can show yourself. Super important. Now, I understand that this takes time. Nobody is going to go into a first meeting and go, hey, want to hear my life story? Nobody's going to do that. We dip our toes into the pond of friendship, as we'll see in chapter 9. It doesn't happen overnight. Nobody is wearing all this stuff outside on their shirt sleeve. Like, here's my deepest, darkest secrets. Here's what happened when I was 6. Nobody's doing that. Okay? Why? I know it's risky. It's risky. Remember that hellish quagmire called middle school. Okay? We fear that self-disclosure. We fear that self-disclosure. Okay? You got to climb over the top of that madness too. If you love yourself, then with your best friends, you have to show them who you really are. Okay? And you have to tell them. And we'll see this in Johari tomorrow. We'll talk about Johari tomorrow. The Johari window. You want to get a head start? Googleize it. Use your Google machines. I'm going to bastardize Johari just like I did. Just like I did with Plato. Just like I did with Maslow. I've even dashed some lines in the Johari window, just for your enjoyment. All right, campers, listen, I'm rooting for you. I love you. And if you can, I'd like you to just have a little bit of fun with life. Just grab it, squeeze it till the juice runs through your fingers. Okay? Enjoy. I wanted to go 10 minutes, so we'll just hang out. I've got the timer started with. I just wanted a 10-minute video today. So just before I tell you to keep your stick on the ice, I'm going to let it go. Oh, there, 10 minutes. Okay, bye.